Hello and welcome to another video. This one's a bit different. It's about a new bridge I've got from a Fender Jaguar. Ta-da! There are two cameras set up, all professional. So of course you may be aware that the original Fender Jaguar bridge, in fact it was shared by the Jazz Master as well, is this. So this is the infamous Offset bridge, and it suffered from quite a number of problems, including these tiny little saddles that were very, very light and tended to jiggle around, and these posts, these wibbly wobbly posts that would rattle around, and the bridge would gradually sink into the guitar. And of course we don't play 13s anymore, so there wasn't a lot of pressure down in the bridge. Now if you can see in this bridge, this is a Staytrem. Now for a long time I thought this was a fantastic bridge, and I still do. Staytrem are a great replacement for this rather deficient bridge, which was the invention of Leo Fender. Of course, in the days that they had 12s, 13s, even thicker gauge strings, this was fine, especially with a good neck angle. Now, as you can see on this guitar, I've got a Staytrem bridge, and Staytrem are made in the UK, but these days with limited availability. And although they were actually copied, I think, by Fender for the Johnny Marr Jaguar, this is the best alternative you can get in a rocking format. So this one allows you to rock the bridge back and forward, just like the original. So this actually rocked back and forward like that on these pointy bits. Unfortunately, the original design made them very wobbly, and they weren't particularly stable, and people resorted to using nail varnish to lock things down, but the problems are insurmountable really. So I bought Staytrem quite a while ago. Now a new one has come to my attention, made by a new company in the UK also. They are, and let me go and get the packaging. Yes, the Offset bridge. So this is made by Offset Guitars UK, and it purports to be a good alternative to the Staytrem. Now the Staytrem is becoming unavailable because the prices are quite high on reverb and so forth. This is the bridge. You can see it looks very much like a Staytrem. Now the differences I can see are that they have springs. So the Staytrem bridge has screws that move the saddles back and forward, but I can't see any springs on them, so they're not spring loaded. These ones are spring loaded. So that's one advantage, because you get the tension in the X direction. It's 7.25, so just like a Staytrem, you purchase it with the correct radius. The posts, these bits that go into the thimbles, are very much thicker than the original. So if you can see the difference between the two. This is the Offset, new Offset bridge, and this is an original 1965 Fender bridge. Now these posts are very much smaller, much more prone to wobble. So this, I think, cost me £85, shipped from the UK, and I'm trying it out on the 65 Jaguar, Olympic White. So I have tried a couple of bridges before. There was one by a Greek company, is it Halcyon or something like that? Now that was a great bridge. Unfortunately, it didn't work with a mute. So I'm looking to keep this mute arrangement because I think it looks good. Obviously it doesn't work, but it looks good. So I'm going to replace this bridge with this one. I've already moved the saddles into the general location of the original, so I hope not to tinker with the intonation too much. So I've done a demo of the Jaguar as it is at the moment, and you can hear how it sounds. So now we replace the bridge. I'm interested in trying this for one reason. So the Staytrem doesn't have any slots in the back end. So actually, if you note that this bridge, if I push down on that top E string, it's hard against the metal on the edge. These ones have a wee bit of play. You can see my camera wobbling around as I push the strings. So there is a gap between the B, G, D, A, and E, which is great, but not this one. And I want this to be clear. So this bridge, if you look very closely, I'll show you some pictures. I'll put some pictures up. But there are little grooves, both on the leading edge and the trailing edge. By the way, this is symmetrical. So you can actually use the adjustment screws towards the back of the guitar or the front. The width of the groove within the saddles is exactly the same for all of the saddles, unlike the Staytrem, which is shaped and sized for the gauge of strings. So it can only go in one way, really. This way is symmetrical. It has domed adjusters, which actually look a lot more like the original. So that's an original 65 bridge, and that's the new offset bridge. Whereas the Staytrem has got a big hole there for adjusting the height. So this actually looks more authentic to the real thing. Obviously it works a lot better. So I'm going to change the bridge over now. So I'm going to lock the bridge. So that is going to keep the tension on the strings, and I'm going to sort of just detune. This is the exciting part of the video, right? I'm going to have to detune. I'll put a capo on the first fret so they don't pop out the nuts. This is all very professional, by the way. This is my ironing board at home. That's my tech bench. So I'm just going to pop that in the first fret and get a good gap so I can actually pull the bridge off here. Hoping to get it out without changing the strings, because I'm going to do a demo of the guitar with this new bridge on, see if it makes any difference. Right. Can I actually get this out, I wonder? Well, need more listening. Yes. Pull the strings at the same time. If I put the capo on, at least I've got a vague chance of preserving this set of strings. Oh, no, that surely should be enough. Right, here we go. Yeah, I think I can get this out. There it comes. All right, so this is the Staytrem. So compare that to the offset bridge. Very similar indeed. This is a bit shinier. This is nickel. Not sure what this is. Anyway, let's see if I can get it back in again. I'm going to put the adjustment screws towards the back. Alright, get some tension on these. Got to be a wee bit careful with old Fender tuners. The years have not been kind to them. Right. So a lot of people like offset guitars, and you can buy ones with more tunematic styles, like the J. Mascis Squire. Personally, I think that's an abomination. Okay. Tuning up. Tension on the strings. Now, I don't know how height-wise this will be. So it looks okay. See the camera wobbling around because this is my old Pixel 3A on a wee stand, resting in my glasses case so I can get some height. I'm not a professional here, by the way, just in case you'd missed it. I know some people have got thousands of pounds worth of cameras and shenanigans like that, but not into cameras, into guitars. You know, a lot of people are into cameras and watches and nearly said a bad word and stuff like that. I'm not. I'm into guitars. I hope you are too. Okay, so let's get a tuner. My favourite TC electronic tuner. You can only buy them from Anderton's these days.
A few moments later.
I'll have a wee tinker and then I'll do a demo with the guitar. Now, this company I think is worth supporting. If you're into offsets, this is a great bridge. If you're into offset guitars, I think this offset bridge is worth a shot. So I'll do a demo. I'll set it up with the string height that I like. I'll do a demo. But check them out. Offset Guitars UK.